Here's the story of the Human Torch in the new Marvel Rivals update. The Human Torch. Fire exemption test. Ever since Eternal Night fell upon New York City, Johnny Storm has been burning up vampires every day. Or, night. He's been burning up vampires faster than anyone else. Because of his fiery plasma body, he can't really be turned to a vampire, making him one of the best at destroying these bloodsuckers. In turn, this puts him at the top of Dracula's list of most wanted. Johnny would mainly patrol the streets around the Baxter Building, which is uncomfortably close to Central Park and Dracula's castle. Luckily, this means he can stop as many vampires from spreading as possible. Also, Dracula could always see the smoke rising from the burning corpses that Johnny took out. It's kind of like a middle finger to that vampire lord's efforts. Johnny decided to head over to Park Avenue to check in on Ben. As he was heading that way, he heard a massive boom and saw a column of smoke and rubble erupt from a nearby street. He saw something so crazy that it took him a while to convince himself that it was real. The creature that burrowed from the earth was a massive deviant mutate. It was a beast created by Mole Man. This creature was made of stone and was 10 times the size of an elephant. It resembles a dinosaur of some sort with massive pincers. Johnny noticed something was different though. Its eyes burned with the vacant glow that low-level vampires held within. It was a giant vampire monster made of rock, which means Johnny can't simply burn it. This beast was sent after Johnny by Dracula to take him out once and for all. It lunged at Johnny with stony fangs and Johnny narrowly dodges. How did they even bite this thing? Johnny thought out loud. From the corner of 33rd, Ben Grimm charged out. Torch, you bring trouble everywhere you go. Vampires ain't bad enough, huh? The creature snapped at Ben, but the thing swatted its jaw to the side. The monster then turned and snapped at Johnny, and would have gotten him too, if some webbing hadn't thwipped out of nowhere and pulled the monster's head to the side. Hey Torch, my spidey sense has been going off for 10 minutes. Guess this is why. The Human Torch came up with a plan. They cleverly guided the monster back to its hole. Spider-Man will get the beast hanging by some webs. Johnny will go underneath it as bait to draw its attention into the hole. Ben breaks the webs, and then Johnny will guide it down. One problem, I can't swing on webs like him, Ben points to Spider-Man, and I can't fly like you. I think I can help with that, Spidey says. Oh no, I don't want to go for... But Spider-Man already placed a web on Ben's back and swooped him up to the building as they all positioned themselves above the hole. As Johnny was distracting the beast, it got a hold of him. Johnny concentrated his powers on his plasma form, burning hotter and hotter. Now, Ben! Ben pulled the webbing from its anchor point, dislodging a cubic meter of the building with it, as the monster fell into the hole with Johnny below it. That's when Johnny Storm went nova. Blinding fire stunned the monster, releasing Johnny from its grips. Johnny flew down the hole, burning the sides of this earthen stony tunnel. As they were about to reach the bottom, Johnny found a small opening past the monster and started to shoot back up. He barely got out as the hole completely caved in on itself. The monster may not be gone for good, but that problem will need to be solved later. Johnny looked to Dracula's castle in the distance. He could feel Dracula's cold and angry glare looking at him. Nice try, Fang Sucker, Johnny said.